and welcome back to the Crypto Power Hour, the #1 crypto show on Rumble, of course, powered by our friends over at Solum Global with your hosts, George Ballantine and myself, Lance Miliaccio, the Crypto Bros. And this is your ultimate deep dive into everything crypto, blockchain, and decentralized finance. Doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned investor or a noober, just stepping into the world of digital assets for the very first time. We're going to bring you expert insights, top interviews, exciting new projects, breaking news, and game-changing innovations shaping the future of digital finance. Because on this show, in crypto, we trust. George B., I like your style, buddy. Who's got the #1 crypto show on Rumble?
We do with the Crypto Power Hour. But, Lance, before we go forward, while the intro was playing, you were doing some posing backstage.
Oh, yeah?
Show the people. Let's see it again. Come on,
Am I
buddy.
show it? Oh, the intro was going on. I did the Hulk Hogan arm. I did a little double bicep, and then I did a little Arnold Schwarzenegger, the side bi, but it looks awkward because I'm sitting down. Yeah. I was doing a little posing. I was pumped up. Why am I pumped up, George?
I don't know, it's 7 in the morning, man. It's early.
It is 7 a.m.
Well, it's 5 for you, but
I did have my little nicotine capsule, for the nicotine, the 2 milligrams. I did have 2 cups of coffee, but that's not why I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up because, first of all, I want to thank the audience. We had an incredible show the other day. 148,000 views. Yeah, crushing. And I'm saying crushing the competitors. There's nobody on Rumble that has a bigger show right now than us. And I'm excited about it simply because
I don't think there's nobody anywhere has a bigger show than us.
What?
I don't think anybody anywhere has a bigger show than that.
No, if you look at the views on even YouTube, and there are shows with a lot of followers, our follower count really isn't that crazy on Rumble. Which is interesting. Hit that follow button while we're on the topic. Tell your friends and family. But I want to say, George, I think a lot of it I attribute it to what you do with the production. #1, the education pieces that you do. Because we're just a couple of knockaround guys, right? I'm a guy from the Bronx, New York. George is from New Jersey and New York. We're not the typical. You got a lot of these guys. They scroll the news and they do these last minute shows. That's a disservice. When we come on here, we want to make sure you understand it. And the reason the show is doing so well is because of you guys in the audience. I can't say enough great things about our mods and our subscribers and listeners. Thank you guys so very much. Now, I do have one bit of homework. Maybe go over, if you have time today, go over to Chris Pavlovski's feed on X. I call it homework. Call it whatever you want. We need your help. We want you over to Chris Pavlovski's feed and let him know if you love the Crypto Power Hour show, if you really enjoy it, let him know. Go over there and say, hey, man, I love the Crypto Power Hour show. It looks like that's the biggest show, the biggest crypto show you guys have on Rumble, or something to that effect. Let him know you love it. You can put the link for the 148,000 view show right into his profile on X. Reply to one of his posts when he's talking about Tether or some other crypto. I want to make sure he knows, they're very busy over there. We do everything we can to communicate. Rumble's been very gracious, amazing company with us. But we're always trying to, of course, move ourselves forward. So, and if you love this show, check out the Big Mig Show at 11 a.m. today. Today, we're going to have Dr. Mike Schwartz on. So, Mike, he's funny as shit, really well-spoken, super expert on so many areas. He'll be joining George Lance. We're going to do our Knockaround Fridays, kind of just a couple of guys kicking it, talking about some of the news. Who knows what? I don't know what's going to happen in the news, later on today, right before the show. We always try to pull it last minute. But we will do it for you. It's a great place to catch up on all sorts of stuff: health, MMA, UFC, special forces, actors and actresses, comedians, you name it, documentarians and authors. We put it all in that show. It's a variety show, baby. It's kind of a Greg Gutfield, Joe Rogan style. So, all right. So here we are. George, in the saddle, lots of stuff still not through on Congress when it comes to digital assets. We'll be talking about that later. But you put together another one of your amazing education pieces. And I'm excited for this one, because I do believe there's a lot of confusion on exchanges. People always say, or they even send us emails, and you guys can too. Hit us up at info@thebigmig.com. If you have an education topic that you feel like you really want clarity on, share it with us. And if we like the idea, we'll put it together and rock and roll. And don't forget to follow our friends over at Solum Global on X, on Getter, and on True Social. And of course, the Crypto Power Hour also. Hit the follow button on those over on our social media. George, so today, crypto exchanges, what matters most? Great question, great topic. I don't even know what matters most. A lot of people think it's fees. A lot of times, people are thinking that Oh, and this exchange feature, incredibly, by polling, 79% of crypto traders care about this most. And no, I was wrong. I would have guessed fees. It's not the fees. They would rather pay slightly higher fees on a platform they trust than save money on one they don't. Now that makes a lot of sense to me. Of course, that's challenging. What I think the mainstream assumption is that your users are always going to chase the lowest fees, but just like anything else, so you can buy a really cheap car or you can buy a higher end car. Which a lot of people prefer a higher end car. They feel like the quality's there. Mercedes, BMW, a high end pickup truck. They don't buy the cheapest item because trustworthiness, even in car buying, is the number one factor for 26% of users when they are selecting an exchange, which of course is outpacing on this poll. Fees was only 16% of the community. So they are concerned about safety. And of course, that could collectively drive decisions more than cost considerations. 69% of crypto holders maintain accounts on multiple exchanges, with users strategically diversifying across platforms to optimize fees, 37%, access different tokens, 36%, and manage risk, 30%. Now we have that. You can't get all the tokens on one exchange. George has always talked about one of these days, there'll be the Google of exchanges, and every single token and every single exchange, blockchain chain will be on one exchange. It'll be one place. We don't have that now. You do have to have multiple wallets and exchanges you deal with. So mobile trading apps, of course, TIE has, of course, the most important exchange feature, 38%, while 68% of users have avoided products that feel too complex. So it sounds like trustworthiness. People want a very easy to navigate app and simplicity. They don't want necessarily a crazy amount of features. And I think that's interesting. I think an exchange should have, ABC or 1, 2, 3, or, platinum, titanium, gold, maybe where you can select how many of the services are going to show up on your screen. Because some of these screens, I do have to admit, George, they're pretty freaking complicated.
They can be, yes. But Lance, I was going to say, you didn't do the prepper bar. I didn't get to sing this morning. All right, it's all right though.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You know what? I'm going to jump in right now since you said that.
Oh,
because gold and silver is doing really well. I hate not to do it. You're
Take
right.
it
I should have
away.
jumped right in.
I know.
I was excited about your thing. I was excited about the 148,000 views. Gold and silver. Yeah, we're talking about crypto on this show. But let's face it, diversification is key in any investment plan. No, that is not financial advice. It's just good sound, kick around guy advice. We diversify because it's safer to diversify. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. And of course, gold and silver is a big part of that plan for George and I. We're stackers. I'm holding up the 62.2 gram prepper bar. Why? Because this baby is perforated and easily broken down in, of course, 3 different denominations, a small, a medium, and a large. You can see it right there. Of course, why do you need that? What do you have to make a payment? If you do have some gold and silver, let's say the US dollar isn't functioning, your credit cards aren't working, this is not something the government can take away. And do you really want to walk around with a 1 ounce coin and a pair of tin snips trying to cut off a little piece to pay somebody a partial payment? No, you don't want to do that. You want to have some prepper bars. So whether it's for diversification, asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its very unique utility for barter and trade, the prepper bar is a perfect solution and a perfect gift for everybody. Nobody's not going to like gold and silver at these prices. And of course, what a great product. Comes from the guys at Genesis Gold. It comes with an assay report. No counterfeit gold coming out of Genesis Gold Group. They have a stellar reputation. That's why the Crypto Power Hour and the Big Mig Show teamed up with them. Amazing guys over there. Jonathan Rose and the team, been in the business for decades. When you order these, they come with an assay report. So guaranteed legitimate silver and gold, not like what you might find on eBay. Head over to thebigmigbar.com. That's right, thebigmigbar.com. Here's your promo code for your savings. All caps, Prepper, P-R-E-P-P-R, P-R-E-P-P-R. 10% off on the silver, 5% off on the gold. Thebigmigbar.com, or you can use that QR code. George makes it easy for you. Take a snapshot, but you don't want to miss 1 minute of this show. Big Mig Bar.
Break me up a piece of that prepper bar.
Yeah, hesitated there. All right.
I gave a little delay, a little.
Yeah.
All right.
It is.
So let's go. We already started. Let's talk about the intro. Let's talk about crypto exchange survey. Let's explain to people how we came up with this.
Well, I mean, look, you would think that crypto investors, you think, I don't know, they're always chasing the lowest crypto exchange prices or fees, whatever. There's people that do that when they make their trades and do, anything for that. But you know what? You always get what you pay for. Remember that. And you brought, like you said something earlier, Lance, like about about cars. Same thing if you're getting work done in your house. You always get 3 estimates, and you don't ever take the highest estimate. You don't even take the lowest estimate, because sometimes the lowest estimate, they're underbidding and don't know what they're doing, and all of a sudden they're going to have more bills for you later. So you always have to look. And then the same thing like here in the crypto exchange. But me, I'm gonna look for a trustworthy contractor, someone who does good work, someone I can feel comfortable with, and I'm going to do the same thing for an exchange, because there's a survey where they surveyed over 1,000 U.S. crypto exchange users. And listen, I'm here. We're going to tell you
a trustworthy contractor. His name's George Ballantine.
Yeah. He's trying to retire though and do this instead, but
I don't blame you.
You want to send me some Bitcoin? Please do. All right, so
George is still trying to get those 10. Hey, don't forget, we have the Rumble crypto wallet. So far on this show, nobody sent us any crypto. Listen, stop being so stingy. Throw some crypto. George wants 10 Bitcoin.
Wait,
I'll take anything.
Wait.
Yeah,
or you can send it here.
Oh, there it is. He could. Oh, and that's which one is that, George? Is that our direct wallet link?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our direct. So we have crypto wallets on our website, thebigmig.com, which is a new build out. And of course, you can also tip us here in Rumble. Do it. Let's do it. Let's get that wallet started.
Go here.
Where's
too,
your 10 Bitcoin, George? Why is everybody being so stingy? It's only 10 Bitcoin.
Yeah, the price dropped. It's like 60,000, whatever. It's nothing.
Yeah, come on. It's nothing. It's no step for a stepper. Don't be stingy out in the audience.
We're just kidding. I'm not greedy. I'll take a few Satoshis right now. I'll take anything.
Whoa.
All right, so
stats, we'll take it.
Let's get back. So 1,000 U.S. crypto exchange users were in this survey. We didn't just make this up, by the way. Mm-hmm. And this is all new data, and 4 in 5 exchange users, that's 79%, said they would rather pay slightly higher fees on exchange they trust that they can save than save money on one they don't. So just think about it. If you go to exchange in the fee, I'm just going to use an example. This fee is 50 cents, right? This other exchange is $1. But you know what? There might be risk in that 50 cents exchange. Risk your crypto's gone, this and that. But that $1 one, there's pretty much no security risk. I know my crypto's going to be there. It's secure. I'm going for that $1 one, baby. You know why? Because if you're playing around with crypto, you're investing with crypto, whatever it is, that's your money. So, that's like saying, if you're going to make a deposit, right? Are you going to make a deposit in a bank, or are you going to deposit in Joe Schmo's house because he says he's got a safe? I'm going to the bank for that one. Same thing. But if you look at trusted exchanges which have like a different set of features, all like rich set of features, good sets, suggest that crypto holders weigh more than just fees when choosing their platform. So you can compare, let's say compare Kraken and Binance, right? Mm. And you evaluate this newest decentralized exchange to hit the market. Now, users will make decisions based on the broader set of needs and priorities, right? Now, a later report challenged outdated assumptions, which matters most to crypto users. Now, while fees are immediately noticeable, you see the fee right then and there, but trust, security, and overall reliability clearly emerges as a true factors influencing trading platform decisions. And if you go back to our prior shows, when we always do education, what do we talk about? We've always stressed about security.
Yeah.
Security. So let's go over the data, right? They say crypto holders, they prioritize trustworthiness over exchange fees, right? Now, you know what? Let's hold on. I got a little survey thing here. Yep,
survey
that's right.
says,
we come with survey. Survey says.
What's that thing survey says? What is that? That's from
Price is Right, I think.
No, is it from the family?
Price is Right.
No, it's not. Survey says it's not Price is Right. It's the one with.
Look it up while I'm doing this. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to see.
So when asked directly about their willingness to pay higher fees for trusted exchanges, 46% of U.S. exchange users strongly agreed with this. that they're willing to pay higher fees on a platform they trust. While another 33% somewhat agree that trustworthiness outweighed fees alone. Now, if you combine that, you have 8 in 10 users express this preference, with only 5% actively disagreeing. What?
I was right. It's Family Feud. That's where they show surveys says.
Family Feud?
Yeah, Family Feud.
Oh, yeah, the guy. Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't it the guy that was in the Hogan's Heroes.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that actually hosts. I don't know if he's still hosting it, but he used to. Go ahead.
So, when choosing an exchange, trustworthiness is top priority for 26% of users, outpacing fees at 16%.
Did you notice that nobody seems to give a shit about regulatory compliance?
Yeah, right?
6%. The only people that care about regulatory compliance. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Funny.
I mean,
pretty low out of 1,000. That means 6 people cared about regulatory compliance.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. That means 60 people out of 1,000. 60. Still a low number. All right, go ahead.
it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
6%.
it is a low number.
I don't know. But I mean, so obviously this is a 2025 survey because we're just getting into 2026. So things will change. But security, I think security is always going to be like the biggest influence on users. Always. So when, if you ask, like, if you look at it, like what would most increase their trust in crypto exchanges? They prioritize tangible security measures. And listen to this, nearly half, 49% selected strong security standards and communication history, while 42% chose insurance on digital assets. Digital insurance, huh? But
I could see that. People have gotten trained with the bank, the FDIC, insuring your deposit. I can see why that matters.
I got to put up that graph. I keep forgetting to put up the graph.
Put up the graph, George.
I'm trying. I got to do everything. So in this graph, right, 49%. Now you have, listen to this. Security awareness will say, they say spans generations and genders. Huh. Generations and genders. G&G.
There's only 2 genders in the crypto world.
Well, plural, genders. The first mentality spans across demographic lines, right? So among those identified as women, listen to this, 30% selected trustworthiness as their most important factor when selecting an exchange. That's the highest percentage for any single criterion in this demographic. Now, men, they showed a similar pattern, with 24% prioritizing trustworthiness above all other factors. Interesting, isn't it?
You know what would be interesting, George? Wouldn't you like to know? I wish they'd added this. I know they didn't, but age groups.
Oh, we're getting to that. Hold on, we're getting to that.
Oh, we do. Oh, great. Fantastic.
Okay, now that preference I was just talking about continues across generational lines as well. So millennials showed the highest percentage, with 27% ranking trustworthiness as their top consideration. Gen Z followed behind at 29%. Then that's going to indicating strong security awareness among young demographics. Now, Gen X presents a more nuanced picture, showing equal prioritization of trustworthiness and fees at 24% each.
Interesting.
So I mean,
figured they would be more accepting of risk. That they'd be like, I don't care about. I'm just ready to go.
Who? Gen X?
Yeah, you would think that. Maybe,
No. Gen X are the ones that are learning about crypto. It's a younger.
Oh, she's getting Gen Z. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about Gen X. So
yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we have a lot more education to do, Lance, to get to the Gen X, I guess. So they're saying this data suggests Gen X users potentially with more established financial portfolios weigh security and cost considerations equally in their decision-making process. So maybe they're not fully grasping how the exchanges work and stuff, or maybe they're new to it. I don't know. It wasn't part of the survey, but it is interesting, though. I will say. Now, 69% of crypto exchanges, Lance, users maintain accounts on multiple platforms. Let me get the survey.
Survey says.
Now, the majority of crypto holders spread their activity across multiple exchange platforms, with only 31% using a single exchange. So you see nearly half, like 44%, use 2 exchanges, while 26% operate 3 or more accounts simultaneously. Well, I'm in the 26% percentage world there? Because I got like 3 exchanges, maybe more, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How many you got, Lance?
1. Oh, no, 2. 2.
2, huh?
2.
Yeah. All right. I got 3.
I had a Kraken account for a long time that I've got. And I might have some others I signed up for, but I don't really use them. Because early on, there was a lot of issues with buying certain tokens, and it was really difficult to track them down.
Yep. So, interesting, right? I'm part of 26%. All right. So, they also, through the survey, they asked them if they prefer operating on multiple exchanges or provided several reasons that paint a picture of strategic portfolio management. Interesting. 37% want to optimize for better fees. They're switching platforms to get the best pricing on specific trades. 36% seek coin availability. And speaking of that, that's why Lance said in the beginning, if you had one exchange that had all the coins, everything there, you wouldn't have to be jumping around everything like that. It'd be
it would be JRR token. One exchange rules them all.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. But 30% want to diversify risk, spreading assets across platforms to avoid putting all funds in one place. Now, that I can 100% agree with. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you can spread it in 2 different platforms. I like that idea. It's always good because you never know. Anything could happen. And you have 30% separate trading from holding, using one exchange for active trading and another for long-term crypto storage. If you're going to use it for long-term crypto storage, get it off the exchange and get it in a cold storage wallet, people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. They said many security experts warn against storing crypto on exchange. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
While it is convenient for trading, exchanges aren't built for extended storage. And if you're holding it for long-term, don't leave it on exchange. Put it in a cold storage wallet. Get it away from there. Always. So, I'm going to keep going here. So 36% would keep 25 to 50% of their portfolio on a single exchange. 24% would keep 51 to 75% of their portfolio on a single exchange. 17% would keep less than 25% of their portfolio on a single exchange. This is getting confusing even for myself. 17% would keep more than 75% of their portfolio on a single exchange, and 5% would not keep funds on exchange long term. I like the 5% because I wouldn't keep my money long term on exchange. No, I know Lance wouldn't either.
No.
So what does this suggest? I don't know. Most users understand the importance of not concentrating all their funds on a single exchange. I mean, regardless of how secure the platform may be. And you look at this approach and it can align with widely recommended security practices. And then you're going to diversify storage across multiple locations like hot wallets, cold wallets, or other self-custody solutions. We will say if you're going to keep money long-term, if you're not moving it around or not buying and selling, put it in a cold storage wallet. For instance, let's say you bought, I don't know, a couple $1,000s worth of XRP and you're going to hold it. You're going to hold it because you know that shit's going to go up, keep going up. You're going to put it in a cold storage wallet. Don't leave it out there. Don't have the risk. All right, Lance. So you have look at this. 1 in 3 exchange users prioritize mobile trading options over features. That's interesting, right? 1 in 3 exchange users prioritize mobile trading options over other features. So when it comes to exchange features, crypto users have clear priorities that favor accessibility over complexity. Now, I can get that, especially for new crypto users, things that are complex is difficult for them. I mean, I don't like stuff that's complex. Make it easy, make it simpler. Why complicate stuff? You know what, Lance? I always the people that design this stuff, they're very smart people, but they're so smart they don't see simplicity. And that's why they need a guy like
an option.
You
want? Oh, I'm sorry, George.
That's why they need a guy like me in there to help them.
I agree. I think you need real life users that are going to look at things, because here's the deal. You should just be able to go in. Nobody has it. And, the biggest option is you can go dark mode or light mode, right? I think it should be, maybe you want the simple version. Maybe you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different versions where the 4th one offers you all the bells and whistles, and not because you pay less maybe, or you're anything's different, just because maybe you don't need all those options. I mean, there's a lot of crap on some of these exchanges that I will probably never use.
So in this, yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
So in this graph right now, when people were asked what their top 3 most important exchange features, users show this is what they're telling us. This is a survey here. Survey says 38% of mobile trading apps, 36% the ability to trade stocks and crypto on one platform.
Wow.
Interesting.
Very interesting when you think about Schwab and you think about Robinhood and you think about these exchanges that are only offering crypto, even in the crypto world. Maybe they need to partner up with the stock companies and start offering.
I can be honest with you. I don't want my crypto when I'm on it. I don't want my stock. I don't want stocks on there.
Yeah. Although interesting, 36% of 1,000 people do. So that's quite a big number. 360 people want that.
Well,
it's a
hold
pretty
on.
large number. I'm surprised, though. I agree with you, though.
Yeah. 33% access to a wide range of crypto tokens.
Yeah.
That I can understand. And then 28% has a clear overview of portfolio performance. And 27% peer-to-peer crypto payments.
Yeah, the payments is complicated, isn't it? Like one thing, like 1 minute your debit card's working on a crypto exchange, then it's not. 1 minute MasterCard and Visa is working, but American Express doesn't. Discover doesn't. It's interesting. But they still are struggling with these payment portals. And of course,
that's the banks, man. The banks are the ones that are doing that. It's the security with the banks. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Some exchanges do it too, though. Like, so for instance, was it? So if you go on Coinbase, right? Hold on, let me just pull up some apps. You go on Coinbase and you use, your bank's already linked. You did all this stuff. You've been trading, and you want to take, I don't know, $1,000 from your banking account and send it to Coinbase. It happened to me. They gave me a 20-day delay. I could buy stuff, but I can't sell it.
Yeah.
Or nothing. I can't transfer it. I could just hold it. 20 days. Now, I did the same thing with Crypto.com, and it was there instantly. Now, if you look at the differences in security-wise and stuff between Crypto.com and Coinbase, big difference. Coinbase is definitely more secure. So, there's risk and rewards. So, but it doesn't make sense because you have your information in there. You're already verified. Your bank account's already been done. All that good stuff. You've been trading, buying stuff for however long. There shouldn't be no 20-day wait. Shouldn't be. And it just doesn't make sense. But maybe that stuff will change. So, but if you look at interest in more technical features was noticeably lower across the board. So just 18% of users valued advanced charting tools, while only 12% prioritized API integration. And that's going to be like similar to range order types appeal to 18% of respondents. So, everybody has their things. I think, me personally, security and easeability is 2 big things, especially for, I'm talking like for new users. You want them to get comfortable and learn to do stuff. The more complicated it is, the more they're going to be turned off. What do you think, Lance? There's a pattern here. What's the pattern saying?
What do I think? I think that the easier they make this, the better it would be for people. But I agree with you that the banks are doing everything they can to make it difficult.
Well,
because they don't want the money moving out of their banks. They're offering you these really shitty interest rates. They charge you, they give you very little interest. They overcharge you for loans. They charge you excessive amounts on credit cards. And the word is that the cryptocurrency market's not going to do any of that. You're going to get maximum amounts of interest, anywhere from 4% all the way up to 10 or 11% when you stake crypto assets, or even when you move money over. They're doing everything cheaper on transfers, moving money from one client to a different client. And look, they're going to be offering very low interest loans. Let's say you're sitting on, 10 Bitcoin, like George should be sitting on, but nobody's giving it to him. If he had that 10 Bitcoin, he could borrow money and use that as an asset at a very low interest rate. And that's the point. The banks, the crypto companies are willing to take a chance, but the banks, oh no, they don't want to offer any extra services. They want to charge you massive amounts to do international transfers. So I think that's one of the biggest problems. I think that's the stall. I think it's even the stall in regulation. The banks are pissing and moaning. And I got to be honest, the banks have had their heyday. They've been shitty. They've jacked customers for too long. Now they got to pay the price. And I think, for people out there, you always want to say, what's most important for me? What do I need on these exchanges? What do I need? And what do I want? And I think security should always be top. And if you're going to do a lot of trading on the app, then that's number 2. When you go to review these, you can always use AI. You can always list the exchanges you're thinking about. And you can ask AI to do a side-by-side comparison about security, about fees, about their mobile app, about the interface. Is it easy to use? Availability and number of tokens. And you'll get a great report. It'll tell you exactly. And then you can make a more competent decision. I think for users out there, I think it's really important. And of course, then you can find out, am I going to be able to use my debit card?
Well,
Because,
listen
of
to
course,
this. I want you to listen to this number. Listen to this, because 68% of crypto holders report they've avoided using products or features because they felt too complex or confusing.
Yeah.
That's a high number.
But programmers do that.
Because they don't realize it. Because for them, it's easy.
I was about to just say exactly that. I worked with programmers years ago, a couple of different companies I had. Programmers, the real quants, right? They look at things in a different way. And I'm going to say, and you have to say to them sometimes like, well, can the user, I know you understand it. I barely understand it, but is our new user going to understand it? The answer is no. A quant will overcomplicate things a lot of times because they're like, oh yeah, we'll add this feature and that feature. Then it's going to do that. It'll give a Fibonacci retracement. It'll do that. And you're like, what the frick are you even talking about? The truth is people want to know, how do I pay for it? What am I getting? Is it safe? And am I making money up or down? Or, am I going to dollar cost average? Do I want to invest some of my savings every month? Maybe a direct auto pay or direct withdrawal. They want to be able to use their debit cards. They want to be able to use PayPal. They want to be able to do bank transfers, crypto deposits. I mean, look, users on debit cards, 25% of people that invest in crypto want to be able to use their debit card. But yet debit cards are getting blocked all the time still by banks on exchanges. They'll hit the security thing where you got to call them and go, no, I want that to go through. Oh, okay. And then you go to use it again and they'll block it again. Bank of America has been one of the ones that's been doing that. PayPal, second most common choice. A lot of people want to use PayPal. I think PayPal's fees are too high, but if you want to use PayPal, you should be able to do it. If you're going to do an ACH wire, maybe you should look at Venmo or Zelle instead. Zelle's very easy. Most of the exchanges.
No, you can't. You can't Zelle your to the exchange. You have to wire it.
Actually, Uphold takes Zelle.
Does it? Oh, yeah. Look at that. I stand corrected.
Yeah, Uphold takes Zelle. So, but it shouldn't only be Uphold. I agree with you, George. There are exchanges that won't do it. Yeah, they take Zelle. Yeah. So here's the deal. Crypto deposit is preferred by 13% of users. Credit cards are used by about 10%. And Apple Pay, which is very common nowadays, that should be mainstream. But I'm sure most of the exchanges, I haven't seen Apple Pay on the exchanges.
Yeah, they have it.
Maybe it's there. They have it. What about Google Pay? Do you see that? Because I don't use Google Pay.
I don't use Google Pay, but I've seen Apple Pay a lot.
Yeah, you use Apple. So I think start thinking about, I'm going to say this to the exchanges, any exchange companies.
I have some. I just looked it up. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Key platforms supporting Zelle. And I didn't know this. Binance, P2P, Paxful, CoinCola, BISC, Hermes, Bitcoin, local Bitcoin alternatives. So, yeah. So, I mean.
Well, and you want that to be mainstream. Zelle is basically no fee. The point is, you want to be able to, when you're putting the money in, you don't want to get cracked. You don't want to lose the fee there. I'm not telling you that safety and trust me with this is important, but I'd like to have where I don't want to have to struggle. If I want to put money in there, it's my money. I earned it. I pay my taxes on it. I want to be able to make that payment. I want it easy. So for the exchanges, I'm going to say that to you, simplicity, guys. Maybe a newbie comes in and they're scared. I don't blame them. It's confusing. Maybe you guys should have a setting. Newbie, intermediary, mediary, experienced. Because then you can add all the features. I know there's some guys that love, look at the chart. Look at what I'm doing. I'm going to have to dollar out. I better look at my ratio. And man, forget all that stuff. Some people just want to be able to go in there and buy some XRP and just hold on to it. Because the people that know XRP know that eventually that token is going to be extremely valuable. We're seeing some heavy weighting coming in from even the institutional investors. So I don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. I'm not even sure why there's been a meltdown. I don't see any justification for it, but maybe it's the regulation. At the end of the day, these are common sense deals.
But hold on.
Bookmark the show.
You just said something about Bitcoin, though. Yeah. I mean, look at it. It's coined into the same thing. Look at XRP. Was at 350, 360. It's down to whatever. I mean, it's really low.
Yeah.
Kind of same thing, even though Bitcoin's a lot pricier, but percentage-wise.
But
everything's down across the board, though. And it's all
tokens that shouldn't be linked to Bitcoin. Every time Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. And the truth is, Bitcoin is on an antiquated exchange. It's a standalone product. I'm not critiquing the Bitcoin maxis. I'm not telling you don't invest in it. I'm just saying that there's no reason that XRP, Solana, and Ethereum should be pegged to Bitcoin. It's like when they peg silver. Right now, some of the big institutional banks are dumping gold and they're buying silver. Why? Because they feel like there's more upside in silver than there is gold, meaning that percentage-wise, they're going to get a higher rate of return over the next couple of years. And I can tell you, with what's going on in Mexico, they're right. Silver production in Mexico, if this cartel thing continues, the cartels are going to be stopping all the transfer of all the concentrate to the mining facilities that are purifying it, because you're going to have to take that concentrate and you have to clean it, and that's how you get bullion. All that's going to get jacked up. If that cartel thing doesn't stop, silver is going to go through the roof, because you're talking about a large portion of the world's silver supply is coming out of Mexico. But my point is this. I don't believe that silver should be ever pegged to gold. It never should have been. Those are two standalone, two different products. The utility is different. Gold is, and don't get me wrong, they both were used in tech, but the needs for silver right now are much higher. And the truth is, we're going to have a shortage of silver. In the case of crypto, it's the same thing to me. Why is everything pegged to Bitcoin? Why? Because Bitcoin is a store of value? It doesn't really do anything.
Because Bitcoin was the first really to come out. It was
I know, but why should everything be pegged to it?
Because it's the leader.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's the leader, baby.
I get it, but again, technically it shouldn't be linked. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, listen, George, I think we have to take a short break, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We can go. Go ahead, take us out.
All right, we're going to take a short break here on the Crypto Power Hour. A couple of knockaround guys breaking it down. Bookmark this post. While we're on the break, listen, take the live link, share it far and wide. Go out there, dump it into Chris Pavlovski's X account. Let him know, hey, the Crypto Power Hour, baby's on. That's the #1 crypto show on Rumble. Are you watching, Chris? Let him know. Help us. Let's grow. Hit the follow button. Get in there on the replies. Get in there in the comments. And if you'd like to see us do an education piece, send us an email over at info@thebigmeat.com. We're going to listen. We want to help you guys. We don't want you to miss out on generational wealth, and we sure as hell don't want you investing into something you don't understand. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Lance Miliaccio, George Ballantine. It is how it is, baby. In crypto, we trust. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
Yeah, I know.
All right, welcome back to the Crypto
We're joking
Power
around.
Hour, powered by Solum Global. Here we your host, Lance Migliaccio, George Valentine. We got the esteemed Crypto Mafia in the chat watching it, Crypto Army. Listen, if you're out there, if you can, please hit the like button. And if you could give us a follow, we appreciate it. And if you can even subscribe for $5 a month, we truly appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Everything. But here's one thing that Lance and I want to do for you guys. We're going to help you out. This is for the people that can't watch their crypto 24/7. I'm talking about BlockTrustIRA.com. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. They're exclusive. Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies. I go far beyond buy and hold. That's right. It's no surprise that this system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. And clients are already seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all with military-grade security and up to $200 million insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit BigMigCrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution. It's finally giving everyday Americans access to a crypto opportunity of a lifetime. Once again, visit BigMigCrypto.com today, and you can get up to $2,500 of free crypto. I got the QR code right here next to me. Take a screenshot, save it to your photo files. But go there later, not now, because we got some more stuff to go over. So, you know, probably, I don't know, 3 shows ago, we were talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, and, you know, he's trying to get a pardon. Guess what? White House just shut him down. Shut that talks down. They had speculation that he could receive executive clemency. Ran to a hard stop. This was on Tuesday after the White House reiterated it has no plans to pardon the former FTX chief. And rightfully so, he shouldn't get no pardon because he scammed a lot of people. He knowingly and willingly did it. And he needs to serve his time out and reflect on how many people he hurt because he doesn't deserve it. I don't know. He's serving what? Lengthy federal prison sentence?
I don't know what his final sentence. I don't think he's been sentenced yet.
No, he's sentenced.
Did he? Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Maybe look that up while I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But you know, here's what's frightening. We did it on.
You look it up. I'll look it up.
3 shows ago, we talked about some of the investments that SBF made, and I have to be honest, I was shocked how accurate his investments were. Most of the investments he made would have been way up right now. He probably would have paid everybody back plus
25 years.
25 years, which is ugly. When you're in the federal system, you're going to do 83% of that sentence.
And he had where he stole over $8 billion from FTX customers.
Yeah,
but listen, he was also ordered to pay $11 billion in forfeiture, and he actually faces 3 years of supervised release. Imagine after doing 20 years, you got to do supervised release.
You know what's really funny? You know, normally in the federal system, after 10 years, you do 5 years supervised release. So I'm surprised they only gave him a three-year tail. 3-year tail is usually 5 years or less, I think, is the rule.
Depends on the crime, though. But
No, it's not. It's weird. You could be right, like a predator crime, a trafficking crime, maybe. But in regular crimes, right, something like him, white collar, usually it's 5 years. It's 3 years for 5 years or less. Anything above that is a 5-year probation tail. I mean, it's crazy because he's going to do 8+ years. He's going to do 83% of the 10 years. It's terrible. He'll get the drug program. That'll take a year off, but I think that's a crazy sentence. But here's the ugly part. He made a lot of investments. And those investments would have far exceeded any investment those people made. He did make a lot of very smart investments. And had they not arrested him, and I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, and I see why Donald Trump and the administration are saying he's not going to get no clemency, no pardon.
I mean, let me ask you a question.
At least right now they're saying that, but maybe on the way out the door that'll change.
Let me help. If somebody gets this message to Sammy over there in prison, bro, you donated all your money to Democrats and liberals. What do you think? A conservative president, the GOAT, Donald Trump is going to pardon you? Forget about it.
Yeah.
You didn't give nothing to Republicans, man. Get out of here with that. Go sit in there and rot away. Hell no. No. Lance, would you let him in there? Unless he had some kind of secret reserve somewhere of a wallet and he handed it to me, I might pardon him then, maybe.
Okay, here's my thing. I don't think I'd give him a pardon, but I do believe that a 25
commuter sentence.
I mean, look, let's face it. Look what happened with the Silk Road. If you look at the Silk Road founder, he just got clemency, I think. I don't know if it was a full pardon or not. And you look at that, and, he was really, that was drug trafficking and criminal enterprise on the Silk Road.
But was he selling drugs, or were people on his network?
People were on the network, and he was collecting the money, but he knew about what they were selling on the network. He knew how people.
Yeah, but
my point was that was a true criminal enterprise. Now, was SBF manipulating the system? Was he doing it to his own benefit? Was he scamming? He was dating that little Elvis Shrew girl. I don't even know what the hell her deal was, and she snitched on him. The point is this. I just don't know that 25 years. I know they're trying to send a message. I get that. But, people don't recognize this is not like state time. That's 83% of that sentence he's going to serve. And unless the federal system changes, which I don't think it will, right now that means SBF is in a USP. Because with that kind of a sentence, you have to start at the very top. USP is no joke. It's full of hardened murderers. And
where's he at?
What?
Where is he at?
He's going to be at a USP. USP is the highest level of security in the federal system. And he'll have to work his way down normally because his offense level for 25 years, they're only supposed to move him down a certain time. So he would be at a USP and then he would go down from there. And it's kind of tough, man. I mean,
he's going to be in a federal prison in Mendota, California.
Depends on which one. I don't, they have multiple. You could even be in Mendota. That facility could have USP, medium facility, and camp. You never know because they usually have satellite camps with USP because those guys do a lot of the maintenance around the USP because they won't let the inmates out to do the work on the ground.
It says this: Sam Bankman-Fried sent to a notoriously hard prison.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. It's, he's not a hard guy. I don't think he's dangerous. I think that he manipulated the system, thought he would get away with it. And honestly, had they not gone after him, he would have paid all those people back because all the assets he bought are worth way more. And I don't know how much the government's liquidated, are worth way more than he paid for them. I'm talking about billions and billions of dollars more. So that being said, I'm not saying it was right. I'm not justifying it. I just don't know that this kid really deserved 25 years. I mean, come on, man. The average person lives to 75, right? The average male. 25 years is a third of your life.
Hey, man. How many people lost all their savings and everything, and then now they're stressed out where they're going to lose years in their life? Nah.
Well, I've got to tell you something.
Let them sit in there, bro.
The last report I read, George, this is just interesting, just so you know, the last report, and we even mentioned this on our show maybe a week or two ago when we talked about SBF. The assets are going to be sold for more than the people that invest his money. The assets are worth more. Now, I don't know what the federal government's doing, but there's more money than what the people lost now. So
well, a lot of people got their money. They're giving them money back to the people.
Yeah, those people are going to get, what I'm trying to tell you, George, those people really didn't lose their savings in this deal.
No.
Those people are getting back all of their money because the assets he purchased are worth a lot more than what the money he got from investing. So it's a very odd deal. That's not common normally, guys. Normally people get wiped out and I hear it, but in this case, they're not. So it's, I don't know. It's one of those deals. I have a little bit of empathy.
Speaking of that, I wonder whatever happened to the kid that hacked into his dad was a contractor working for the government watching when they take in seizures of Bitcoin and stuff that he took to Bitcoin. I never heard nothing about him.
Crickets. We'll have to do a follow-up. We should look. I don't think that kid's been located. He was posting on social media, got his $600,000 of the watches on. Dude, I don't know. We do need a follow-up on that story.
I just thought of that.
The guy that jacked the U.S. Marshals. Well, it was a great thought. We'll have to look. Next show, we're going to get you a follow-up. Where's the crypto gangster that stole from the U.S. Marshals?
I got to already know.
Yeah, using his dad's account. We need a follow-up, George. Did they catch him? Or is he still blinging out with all his watches in his cold storage wallet, just moving all over the globe? I don't know. I hope they don't catch him. I made a note
of it, yeah.
I hope they don't catch him. All right. Let's talk about Zach XBT is accusing Axiom employees of insider trading. Poly market bettors net in millions. So this is a new investigation claiming that employees at a crypto trading platform, Axiom, abused internal tools to access private user data and profit from insider trading. So this report is ugly. The investigation is linked to these leaked dashboards, recorded calls, and on-chain data to alleged insider trading and coordinated meme coin activity. Yeah, you got to love these meme coins. There's always some scam going on. Unusual betting on Polymarket before the reveal raised further questions about information leaks and market manipulation. Of course, Polymarket.
But they were misusing the tools employees and tracking private wallets.
But what they were trying to do was they were because of course Polymarket might have said the up down. They might have said Godius Maximus is going to go up. Here's the bet. They might have seen insider wallet activity and knew what was going to happen, and then bet on Polymarket, knowing that it was happening right then. They might have actually set the bet, or even maybe it delayed the exchange long enough to set a bet. If you're working on the back end of an exchange, there's a lot of tricky stuff. So they were misusing internal dashboards, and they were tracking private wallets and trades ahead of the users. So according to one of the reports, the main figures involved was a guy named Brooks Bauer, Broox, an unusual name, known online as Where's Brooks, a senior business development employee based in New York. Zach XBT said Bauer had access to internal systems that allowed him to search user by referral code, wallet address, or user ID. So they were tracking these private wallets. They were going all in. This Brooks, Where's Brooks, looks like he had the inside loop, and he took a lot of screenshots. They showed internal dashboards displaying private wallet connections for traders identified as Jerry and Monix. Bauer discussed tracking users who traded the meme coin Aura. Said the group compiled this information into Google Sheets, mapping wallet addresses linked to prominent traders and influencers. Several of those named reportedly confirmed that the data matched the private wallets. And let's face it, as long as you have programmers, they're always going to have access to data. You really never know. Look, we've seen some stuff that's highly unusual. People seem to be predictive of what the Department of Defense is doing and have done very well on Polymarket with single bets. A lot of people believe those people are insiders. They're being investigated. I don't know what will happen. But I guess this report also mentioned other employees, including Ryan, who goes by Ryusio, Gono, Seb, who goes by Seb, which I'm not sure. These are some weird names, man. And he's known as Mystery, I guess, online. And they were involved in the lookup product. So I guess said the company had generated more than $390 million in revenue to date. That's Zach XBT. So of course they've got a lot of activity, and there's unusual activity. So of course users had previously bet on which company would be exposed. In the days before the report, the market saw 23 million in volume. Two wallets reportedly placed nearly 60,000 in bets on Axiom just hours before the reveal and earned about 109,000. And then there was another trader who goes by Predictor XYZ. He wagered 65,800 when odds were below 14% and later made more than $411,000. Following the report, Axiom released a statement saying it was shocked. And they're disappointed, George, by the alleged misuse of internal tools. But look, don't hate the players.
Where's Brox? Where is he? Yeah. Where's Brox right now? Is he in Brooks? Did he get locked up?
I think it's Brooks.
Brox, whatever. Did he get locked up?
I don't know. Not yet. It doesn't seem like. But I guess the Southern District of New York is investigating. So we'll have to see. He's based in New York. You know, they don't really play around. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, you know, listen, when you got the inside track at some of these companies, these big tech companies, Google and otherwise, there's a lot of people online saying that there are Google insiders betting on Polymarket using Google data. Because Google, of course, is a data company for you guys that don't know who they are, which I would believe that's just being funny. Of course, everybody knows who Google is. Pretty interesting. Let's talk about banking regulation. Let's talk about government.
Yeah, we got a few minutes left, so knock this out. Go ahead.
Well, look, the banking regulator is proposing stablecoin rules to implement the Genius Act. Of course they are. Why wouldn't the banking regulators want to get involved? So the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency has unveiled a comprehensive proposal to implement the Genius Act, making a significant step towards federally regulated stablecoin activity. The OCC has proposed detailed stablecoin regulations to implement the Genius Act. A 60-day public comment period has been open to refine the draft rules before finalization. The move marks a major regulatory milestone in bringing payment stablecoins under federal banking oversight. I don't know if I want federal banking oversight on the top of this. Makes it uneasy for me because, of course, they don't want us to get the best services, the best prices, or the lowest fees. So there's a 60-day public comment period on the OCC website. I would find it. You don't like it, get in there and tell them what you think. You don't mince words. Tell them they suck if you don't like what they're doing. Key aspects, there's going to be anti-money laundering provisions, Bank Secrecy Act requirements, sanction rules will be addressed separately. That's going to be through the U.S. Department of Treasury. So I don't know. They enacted it in 25. It sure has taken a while to get this through. Here we are in 26. Of course, banks always want to shape what other non-bank entities are going to do because they want to keep control of it. I'm not a fan of that. So I like decentralized finance, and I want to see the best deal for the people that watch the Crypto Power Hour, and of course, George and myself. But what the hell is going on with the Clarity Act, right? I mean, I know they've set a date, but sure is taking a long time. What do you think, George?
I mean, the bankers tried hijacking it. That's, so now they got caught. Now they got to, wait it out. We have to wait it out. Who knows when it's going to come about? I don't know if it's next March, maybe April, I think. I don't know. Who knows? But it's just like everything in Congress. They can't get nothing done.
So for anybody that's not familiar with the act, everybody might be like, what the hell is the Clarity Act? Anyway, I don't know. They're kind of divided on the oversight. The CFTC, is going to get most of the authority over digital commodities. So it's like decentralized tokens, Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, or mature blockchain assets like the SEC. They're going to provide safe harbors. They're going to do it hopefully sooner than later. I'm tired of the wait. Let's rock and roll. It's not dead, but damn. More congressional holdup. I just want to go, I need one of those airport vomit bags every time I talk about Congress. All right, listen, if you like the show, thumbs up, comment, share. Take the live link, share it far and wide. Take the short form. George will be doing short form. We're going to be loading that up in the Crypto Power Hour. Get that short form content area up and up. Take it, share it. Grow your own social media on the backs of the Crypto Power, and you'll help us grow also. Go over to Chris Pavlovski's feed on X. Leave a comment. Tell them you love the guys at the Crypto Power Hour. We love what they're doing. We want to see more of them. In the meantime, don't forget to follow Solum Global. Thanks to them, that's why this show is here. Great company making big moves. I got to tell you, take a look. There might even be some investment opportunities. That's not financial advice. Head to solum.global. Check them out. Solum Global on X. The Crypto Power Hour on X. Go follow them. G. Ballantine, Lance Miliaccio, and follow the Big Mig Show. Now, 11 a.m., we're leaving out of here. 11 a.m., the Big Mig Show. We got Dr. Mike Schwartz coming on. We're going to be chopping it up. It should be a fun show. Tune in. You know how we do it over there. We love you guys, and thank you for the 140,000 plus views. Thank you for making the Crypto Power Hour the #1 crypto show on Rumble. And honestly, with those kind of views, I think we're the #1 crypto show in the nation. But listen,
all right, Lance, I got to cut you off because we got to get ready. You'll keep going on and on. All right, love you guys.
I'd like to say thank you.
We'll see you guys at 11. Peace out.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.